Hi, everyone. Welcome to Flop Soup, a podcast about pop culture and flop culture. I'm Justin.
And I'm Cassandra.
No, just kidding. I'm David.
Just kidding. Yeah, that's David. Justin is unexpectedly out this week, but we'll be back next week when we talk about Taylor Swift, which I teased last week, but has to be pushed a week. So welcome to Flop Soup, a podcast where there are reschedules. David, I'm going to ask you, how are you flopping this week?
Thank you so much for asking. This week, I'm feeling pretty hack about a new crush, and it's tied into Taylor Swift in a way. So anyone who knows me for the past month has known how obsessed I am with Taylor Swift recently, including this playlist on Spotify that you should definitely check out called the most hyped Taylor Swift songs. And it starts with Getaway Car.
Wait, love, wait.
On loop.
Wait, tell us more that's on there. Just a little sneak peek.
Okay, Getaway Car. I literally have it pulled up right now.
Okay.
Thank you, Bella M. Cavallo. Getaway Car, that Into Cruel Summer, Into New Romantics, into The Story of Us, into Style.
Oh, yes.
Into Karma.
We're up.
Into Forever and Always. Yeah.
Oh my God. Forever and Always is my song, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
No,
That's good. Good playlist.
It's really, really, really good. I played it at a party this weekend and everyone's like, wow, like you just really know how to like segue Taylor Swift. Like you're really becoming a Swiftie. And I didn't let anyone know that I had like this random playlist. I was like, yeah.
You're like, yes, I'm so Bella M. Cavallo.
Yeah, Bella is me. But so I've had a new crush recently, and I feel like Taylor Swift's music is best listened to, enjoyed when you're in that kind of limerence phase of like liking someone, or like you have heartbreak. It's kind of like, will they, won't they? Like, are you gonna work out? You know, like a lot of the motifs of her songs are like that.
Yeah.
But she's such a fucking good writer. Like in Cruel Summer, the bridge, I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you and I. I'm fine, but it wasn't true. I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you and I.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing. But you're feeling like you're like, I'm having original thoughts, and then you listen to her music and you're like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I'm dying, you know, like when you have a new crush, you're like, oh my God, I hope they like me. I hope they like me. Oh my God, validate me, make me like a person, make me whole. And you're like, oh my God, like that is so much for me and for me alone to bear. And then you realize there's sold out stadiums, truly 5 sold out stadium shows in LA alone, where I currently live, of people that feel this way all the time. So that's what, like 80,000 times 5 just in LA alone. So yeah, I really think I need to find my community among them and just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, she's playing like Indiana next, so you could go there and be with your people.
From LA to Indiana, dang.
I don't even know if that's like exactly next on tour, but she's definitely doing Indianapolis and New Orleans.
Wow.
Future Cassandra here. She's actually fully just doing a bunch of international tour dates between now and October. She'll be in Mexico City next, and she'll be in Indianapolis in November.
You know what's not flopping though is I heard that like she's giving all her like crew a bonus. Like the lowest person that's getting a bonus is like getting $100,000, and it's like the truck driver or something.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. As she should, because she has the most money.
Yeah, no, it was great. I was like, oh, okay, like she's doing a good job with that. I feel like and $100,000 is good. Like it's not like, oh, like here's $1,000. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you feel like you're just like having thoughts for the very first time, and then you like Google it almost, and you're like, actually, everyone else is the exact same thought as me.
My favorite are those like WikiHow pages. It's like how to like be cool, and it's like someone just wrote parody. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those WikiHow pages.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're so great.
In some ways, though, it like warms my heart a little bit to think that somebody's Googling like how to ask a girl to kiss, you know, like that kind of a thing,
so
where it's like
heartwarming.
How to express desire to hold hand, like.
Yeah. Aw. And someone's there providing an answer. That's really
it's sweet. It's nice. So it's nice that we're all having universal feelings.
Yeah. But I am gonna turn it back to you, Cassandra, and ask, how are you flopping this week?
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, as always, so much for asking. I am flopping in a very literal sense this week. I am lucky enough to know multiple people who own boat.
Okay.
Yeah. And this weekend I was in Ithaca, New York, which is, as my friends who live there like to say, 4 hours from everything, including Philadelphia. So we were out. They have
so
the
close.
4 hours from everything. The center of the world, Ithaca, New York. They own like a 14-foot sailboat, which is cool. And there's a lake near Ithaca. I think it's Lake Cayuga. I'm so sorry. I like already forgot a little bit. But we like went out on the sailboat and it was a very like nice day out for swimming, but they don't have like a rope ladder or anything like that on the boat. Cause like, I don't know, because they hate me. That's how it felt. So we went out on the water and it was like, obviously I want to go in and swim. I love to life hack, in case you don't know about this. I love to put my legs in the life jacket. You know how you're supposed to wear a life jacket like a vest? You're allowed to put your legs in like a diaper. And then you just like sit and you bob and float and it's like really fun. So I really recommend doing that, just in case you've never done it. David is making a face like they've never done it. It's
We're gonna
amazing.
Have to do
and
that
also
for your bachelorette party, like throw you in the swamp like that.
In the swamp, stop. I did learn how to do it in Oklahoma, which is one of the swampiest places I've ever been, but I digress. I'm in the water. And before I get in the water, I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, there's gonna be difficulty to get back up on this boat. Like, I know that I'm like a beautiful curvy woman and it's hard for me to lift myself up onto things. I can't do a pull-up. I've never been able to do a pull-up. Even when I was very physically fit as a young person, I could not do one. And I had to get back into the boat and it was like a truly 20-minute process of like, I'm trying to lift myself up. I can't kick my legs hard enough to get myself up there. I'm like, something is pulling in my quad. I can't do this. Then like my Ben and my friend's boyfriend are both my friend's boyfriend. It's her husband. God. Okay. They're both like trying to pull me up and I'm like, I can't, like, you're gonna scrape my boobs off my body if you pull me up from this angle, because I can't like lift my boobs up over the boat. And then finally I figured out that I could sit. There was a turtle floaty and I sat on the turtle floaty and they like weighed the boat down like to one side so that the side was lower, and then I was finally able to literally flop myself onto the boat. I like pulled up and I'm like just like horizontal over it, like okay, and I got up. I Googled today how to be strong to pull self up on boat, and I learned that you have to do something called a lat pull down. And I'm going to go to a gym and start doing that, because I'm not trying to be in this situation ever again. because I know myself, I need to be in that water. I love to be in the water. I love to be bobbing in the little life jacket. I love to be swimming around and all that stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm flopping this week in a very, very literal sense. And I am sore today. My arms are sore from like the 4 times that I tried to hoist myself up.
Oh no. As someone who goes to the gym a lot, can confirm lat pull downs are the woat. And I hope you don't have to do that and just get our friends Sarah and Pablo to buy a rope.
Call them out directly. Buy a rope ladder, Sarah and Pablo.
What would be funnier is if they had a big net and they just caught you in a net like a little fish that you
that would be so fun. Oh my god, right? That's a really cool idea. That's cute. It doesn't Sarah was like, I was looking on Amazon and then I forgot, I just got bored and I never purchased a rope ladder. And I was like, okay, well now I'm in hell. But worth it to go in the water. It was very nice in there. The wonderful waters of Lake Cayuga, ? I'm on a boat and I'm flopping. Next up, we are going to read reviews. This is our classic segment where we read one review each, and I'm going to have David go first.
So the title of this review is called My Current Favorite Part of the Week by user Italian.panda. I found this podcast via recommendation from a friend. Now, every week I look forward to Cassandra and Justin catching me up on all the flops/pop culture news of the week so I can stay relevant and maintain my social life. My only complaint? More David, please. Thank you, Italian Panda.
Oh my god. You got your wish.
I hope this is my new crush.
Yeah, me too. I hope that for you too. But Italian Panda, we love to give the people what they want. So this episode, guess who's on? David.
There you go. You asked and we delivered.
We asked and we delivered. My review this week is from JTab90, 5 stars, titled Essential Listening. If you're even remotely interested in pop culture, this one's a must listen, especially if you're in your flop era, parentheses, me, exclamation point. So thank you to that user. I hope this was written in February 2023. I hope you have since exited your flop era, but if not, you always have a welcome home here.
Shout out to friend of the pod, Jesse Tabit. I was gonna I forget your last name. Why is it Tab?
Jesse Tab 90.
Yeah, Jesse Tab 90. There we go.
And those are our reviews for the week. And as I said last week, I am dying to get to 100 reviews on Spotify. So if you haven't reviewed us 5 stars on Spotify, please do that. And then if you're feeling generous, review us again on Apple Pods. Okay, we're looking for those reviews with words.
Yes, please. We love words.
Okay, and we are on to our quick flops for the week. I am going to start us off here. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie gifts Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky handwritten lyrics to Bon Jovi's song "It's My Life" as, quote, inspiration. Just to say, I am like cackling at the idea that "It's My Life." The lyrics to that song are like, "It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever." Like, don't. Like, no, we're at war, babe. Like, don't do that. Don't gift those lyrics as inspiration. Yeah, so classic Chris Christie moment there. Next up.
I feel like what could have been even funnier is if he gave him Don't Stop Believing. Yeah,
from Journey. But the thing with Chris Christie is that Chris Christie is all about these New Jersey acts. So Bon Jovi is from New Jersey. That's definitely why he did it. Gotcha. He's like constantly repping New Jersey, and John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen are the most New Jersey people alive. So
I kind of want that out of a governor. I feel like state spirit.
I guess that's true, but we're not handing it to Chris Christie today. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, for sure. 1, 2, 3. We hate him. Okay. Next one.
1, 2, 3. We hate him.
Next one. An El Salvador funeral home is selling Barbie-themed coffins. The owner said he was already doing pink coffins, but the movie's popularity across South America made him realize he should add Barbie theming. I saw a picture that Cassandra showed me earlier of this, and it is pretty wild. I wonder if they like taxidermy your foot to stay in the Barbie shape, like if that's an add-on feature.
They should absolutely do that if they're not already doing it. That would be like max capitalizing on that. I am obsessed. Like there's some more news popping up that's like it's also happening in Ecuador. Like I just love the idea that like South America is like, for some reason they're like, this should be a death trend for us. Like Barbie is everywhere. Funerals are everywhere. And I'm like, that's not wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of the show is like unstoppable thoughts of death or something, right? Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. Barbie thinks so.
Oh my gosh. No, but you're so right. That is so smart of you to say. I bet Greta Gerwig would be proud. Let's get her to comment. We'll work on that.
After she gets to the fart jokes.
Yeah. The fart opera, Barbie fart opera. Next up, Jeopardy will be forced to recycle old clues in light of the writer's strike. I'm sure it's no issue that you can Google old Jeopardy questions and a bunch of lists of past Jeopardy questions come up.
Oh no.
I
never thought about that.
So dark. Yeah, they have a writing team, and the writing team is on strike. And so now they're gonna just like make Jeopardy easy is what I would say that this is.
I really thought it'd be like a brainiacs in a room, like just thinking of like hard questions or like fun questions, but there probably absolutely is like, what is the vibe of the show and how do we make it hard and like design and all that. So that's super fast.
Yeah. I mean, as somebody who writes quizzes for this podcast pretty frequently, I am mostly just reading information I didn't know and then recycling it in a fun format. Not to say like I could, but I could write for Jeopardy.
Okay, Scab.
Yes. Don't hire me until the strike is over.
Next up, Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp reveals that he came out to co-star Millie Bobby Brown by FaceTiming her in the middle of a party city, to which she responded, "Oh, Schnapper, you told me finally." Wait, No Schnapp is gay?
Yeah. Yes. This is new news. We don't need to cut this. It's new news that he's gay because he plays a gay character on the show. And like, so now it's like, I feel like they can finally lean into it. Also, Noah Schnapp famously goes to our alma mater, Penn.
Oh.
So it's funny to picture him like in the middle. Yeah. Pretty gay to go to Penn. So
yeah. Also, what was Millie Bobby Brown doing in the middle of a Party City? Like, I refuse to believe that celebrities go to Party City for themselves.
Okay, so you know what's funny about this is that like I'm sure I could read the article more closely, but I actually feel like from this framing that everyone is doing, I can't tell who was in the Party City. Was Millie Bobby Brown in the Party City or was Noah Schnapp in the Party City? Who was on FaceTime in a Party City? I was thinking it was him, but like then I'm like, I actually don't know. I have no idea who was in a Party City.
That's really valid. This is like a classic. This is a bad sentence, and the pronouns are a little bit confusing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something to cut. If they used other pronouns, it would be maybe more clear.
It's true. Final quick flop of the week. Lizzo was accused of sexual harassment and mistreatment in the workplace by 3 of her dancers. We don't know what's going on there as a podcast, but Jamila Jamil is staunchly supporting Lizzo in the face of this adversity.
It's never a good luck when Jamila Jamil is supporting you, even if she's on the right side of history. So sad.
It's a tough one. It's like, it's true. Jamila, you want her to stay silent when you're going through it.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that is all of our quick flops this week. We are going to move on to our very online hot flopics for the week. Before we get into our topic titled Kyle Gordon Eurodance Parody Overstays Its Welcome, I have a quick quiz for David about the genre of Eurodance. Okay,
I'm ready.
And when I say let's just start from the beginning here. When I say Eurodance, what do you think of? Let's just get a little grounding here for you.
I guess I thought Eurovision, but now that I understand that it's Eurodance, I guess like techno and like people who are teenagers that go to like the discotheque and like dance, like that kind of vibe, like 90s, maybe early aughts.
Yeah, this is all vaguely correct. So you're grounding us in the space. Okay. Great. So we're grounded in the space, and now we're doing quiz mode. And remember, I could write on Jeopardy if I wanted to. Okay.
Cassandra, I could write on Jeopardy if I wanted to. Curiosus.
Exactly. Okay. Which of the following is not a real Euro dance group? Okay. Is it A, Snap, ! B, Jam and Spoon? C, the Venga Boys? D, Rednecks? And Rednecks it's an X at the end, not CKS. Okay. E, Scatman John? Or F, Mr. Colic?
Oh, wow. Those are just words, aren't they?
They super are. And 5 of them are real band names, real Eurodance band names.
Okay, I feel like the Rednecks one is so specific that has to be true. Can you say the first and last one again?
Snap! And the last one is Mr. Colic.
I'm gonna say that one because I just like that one the least. The other one's slayed for me.
Okay, good ear. Mr. Colic is fake, but there are a ton that start with Mr. There are a lot that are like Mr. Blank.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
well,
like
feminist,
including.
So I hate it.
Yeah, well, good. But yeah, Snap, Jam and Spoon, the Venga Boys, Rednecks with an X, and Scatman John are all real. So. Future Cassandra here. So I, for the next question, messed up the names of 2 songs. I swapped out Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap and Rhythm of the Night by Corona. I switched the artists. And so I announce the wrong answer at the end of this question. I'm going to play both songs so that you can kind of be sane about that after the question is asked. But if you're feeling crazy while I'm reading out the question answers, that is why. So sorry. It turns out I cannot write for Jeopardy. Flop. Which of the following was the song that broke through in 1992 and spurred the creation of really like a lot of Eurodance groups? So it had been kind of popular, but this song like catapulted to the top of the charts, and then suddenly it was like a thing. Mm-hmm. Is it A, Rhythm is a Dancer by Corona? B, Rhythm of the Night by Snap? C, Move It to the Rhythm by Technotronic? Or D, Rhythm of Love by DJ Company?
Is Rhythm of Love like da 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 move to the rhythm of, like, did Mika cover it?
Move to the rhythm of I don't actually know the answer to that one. That
Oh.
I really only know, these are all real songs, but I really only know two of them.
So the question was, which one of these spurred the movement?
Sort of spurred the true everywhere fad.
I don't think the last one is does one of them, this is the rhythm of the night.
Yes, one of them is that's B, Rhythm of the Night by Snap.
I'm gonna guess that one because it's so famous.
You are an expert Eurodance person. That is the right
amazing.
Answer.
Wow.
Yes, but I will say rhythm is a dancer is like also very like rhythm is a dancer. I need a companion. That song, that's that song. Yeah.
I just feel
and then
like,
the other two.
The Rhythm of the Night one just kind of wails in a way that I'm like, I could see this being like a rallying cry, like this is the rhythm of the night.
Rhythm of the
like
night.
when that,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, like when that comes on, I'm like, I'm ready to fight kind of vibes.
And that's exactly how everyone was feeling, you know. That was the vibe. Amazing. In Europe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, famously I was there. Great. Okay.
Yeah, you were there. Okay. Future Cassandra here. This is Rhythm of the Night by Corona. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of my life. My life. Oh yeah. The rhythm of my life. Future Cassandra here, hopefully one last time. This is Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap, which is the song that in 1992 spurred the creation of a number of other Eurodance groups because it was so popular. The following is a set of lyrics from a Eurodance song. Okay, I'm going to read them out to you.
Okay.
Why should we be pleasing any politician heathens who would try to change the seasons if they could? The state of the condition insults my intuition, and it only makes me crazy and a heart like wood. Those are lyrics. Okay. What is the name of this song? Is it A, Love Me Right, Oh Sheila, B, We Like to Party, C, Sexual, parentheses, Lee-da-dee, D, Together Forever, parentheses, the Cyber Pat song, or E, Scatman, parentheses, Skibabop, Badap-bop.
What the fuck was going on?
Exactly. Like, exactly. This is what we're getting to. What was going
on? I don't know why my brain is not working, but it did not retain any of the lyrics. Can you repeat just like the first 3 or 4 lines of the lyrics?
Yeah. So why should we be pleasing any politician heathens who would try to change the seasons if they could? So there's a little bit of a political bent there, right? Mm-hmm. And then the state of the condition insults my intuition, and it only makes me crazy and a heart like wood, which is bad lyrics, INHO, but yeah, I guess they're kind of all in Europe. They're probably mostly ESL writing these.
Okay. I mean, this ties into the parody that we're going to talk about very well.
So yeah, no, it really does.
History. And the options, one of them was sexual
parentheses, Lee-da-dee.
That just feels like it couldn't be the content of the song sexual, so I'm gonna say no to that. And then the last one was scat beep bop boot
scatman ski bop bop.
Okay. And what were the first 3 sensible ones?
Love Me Right, parentheses, Oh Sheila, We Like to Party, and Together Forever, parentheses, the Cyber Pet song.
Okay, not the Cyber Pet song, not Oh Sheila. Process of elimination. This is how I always take tests. Well, the second one, the We Like to Party.
We Like to Party.
Like a big FU, like fuck politicians, like Heart of Wood, like We Like to Party.
We Like to Party. Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, it's wrong, but you were almost there. The answer is actually Scatman, parentheses, ski bop bop, bop bop.
What is a scat man? They're so subversive.
I don't know. A scat man, I guess, is a guy who scats or poops, right? Like scatological humor.
Oh god.
Those are our two options. It's hard to really know, but he had political ideas, and that's important to remember.
Yes. Okay. That was hilarious. Okay. Thank you for
that. You're so welcome. I'm a scat man. So, next question. Which of the following are part of the Eurodance genre? Is it A, Cotton Eye Joe, Blue, parentheses, Dabba D, C, Barbie Girl, D, Gonna Make You Sweat, parentheses, Everybody Dance Now, or E, all of the above?
Joe is part of, I was gonna be like, okay, not that one, definitely Blue. Okay, so all of the above, unfortunately.
Yes, it is E, all of the above. Apparently Cotton Eye Joe is a huge part of the Eurodance genre. Like that thumping bass is Eurodance.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it, I see it.
You see the vision. Yeah, I know. It just feels crazy. It's like something that happened in like 1994. We did like a line dance to in the year 2007 in like a sweaty gym. You know, like that's crazy.
Yeah, and also so many bar mitzvahs. You know.
Like, yeah, exactly. That yes, bar and bat mitzvahs, like community. Every single place. I feel like I've done the Cotton Eye Joe as an adult somehow. Like it's everywhere, and it's Eurodance. Yeah. So huge news. Wow. Finally, according to the Vox article I just read about Eurodance, what political event was Europe healing from when Eurodance was popular? Was it A, the fall of the Berlin Wall, or B, the end of Margaret Thatcher's reign as prime minister?
I unfortunately feel like I know this one. It's the Berlin Wall, but the second one would be so funny.
It is, in fact, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Also because Germany was sort of like the center of this to an extent. But that's Eurodance, which brings us to the Kyle Gordon Eurodance parody. So Kyle Gordon is just like a guy on TikTok who does like a bunch of different parody stuff. Like everybody sent this video to me and was like, a lot of the stuff this guy does sucks, but this one is good. And this one is good. He released this really funny 30 or so seconds of a Eurodance parody where he's singing lyrics, he and another woman who is named Biljana Electronica in the name of the song. That's her name. And this is important as we move through this. They're singing, she's singing like danger and dance, like stuff like that, like just like vague platitudes about stuff that's going on. And then he's rapping and he says a lot of different fun lyrics that are like, sex is my favorite, whatever. I love sex, something. Sex, I'm wanting more. And then he says, women are my favorite guy. Like just a lot of really fun things that we will clip into the podcast for you to hear so that you're not like, what is she talking about?
So good.
Put your hands up in the air. All of the dream. Come on, come on. How does it mean when the rhythm is flat? There is nothing to reside. That's right. Danger and dance. Come on, come on. Clapping behind when we out in this space on the planet of the bass. Life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy. Sex, I'm wanting more. Tell the world, stop the war. Boom, hear the bass go zoom. Have a body, feel the groove. Cyber system overload. Everybody move, man. All of the dream. Let's go, everybody go. How does it mean?
But like it's a pitch perfect parody of what Eurodance was, which was like thumping fun music and then like really vague platitudes about like sex and politics, which we heard in that quiz, right? So he posted, it goes like mega viral. Everyone is like, I fucking love this. This is amazing. That happens on July 28th. Okay. On August 3rd, the same guy releases a clip of the same part of the song, but this time there's a new woman in it. And a bunch of people are getting really annoyed with him in their replies. And they're like, where is the other woman? Where is Biljana Electronica as listed in the name of the song? Like, she's literally half of it. Like, what happened to her? The new woman is like less expressive. She's just like kind of standing around being hot, versus Biljana Electronica was standing around being hot, but in a better, more like era appropriate outfit. And she was being more expressive. Okay. So we liked her better.
Mm-hmm.
Already you're kind of like, this guy is like overstaying his welcome. It's like, we get it. The song is going to be fun and good. Just like release it and let's move on. August 7th, that's today, the day that we're recording. The same guy releases a third clip of the same part of the same song, but there is now a third woman who is in it. And he's like trying to make it go viral again. And this time the third woman is a TikTok star who's like famous for parodying annoying roommates on TikTok. Her name is Sabrina Breer. You've probably seen like memes of her where she's just like, she's blonde, she scrunches her nose a lot, and people are like, this diva, like she's like a funny, she's very memed. She's in the video, and everyone is like, I'm so sick of this. Like, when is this going to end?
Right.
And the answer is still not yet, because the full song is not going to be released until August 15th.
That's so wild. Wait, so you're saying people don't really like this Kyle guy with the other stuff that he's done? Has he gotten famous for other stuff?
Like, I haven't seen anything go viral. He hasn't gotten famous enough that it's penetrated for me. I was looking him up. He has a website, like he sells merch. Great. And now like Rolling Stone is saying, has a headline that is, will the real Miss Biljana Electronica please stand up? But like everyone is kind of like trying to figure out like what the situation is. Like we just don't know. He's a comedian. Mm-hmm. He's going by DJ Crazy Times in relation to the song, but we all know his name is Kyle Gordon because every time he posts a clip, it says like at Kyle Gordon in the corner.
Sure.
So it's hard to really declare himself DJ Crazy Times. And so his website
like really
is
trying to milk this again and again. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, oh, like first time something's gone viral, like make it work with a bunch of random other women that like are maybe more famous and see if they can like jump on this like clout wagon with him.
Yeah, I guess. But the problem is that like the first two women, I don't even know who the first girl is. I think she's like just like someone that he had in the video, and same with the second one. Like they're not, as far as I can tell, like anyone who is anyone, versus the third woman like is someone, but she's not like so famous. She has like 400,000 followers on TikTok or something, you know. It's like, it's not even like, it's just like two people who aren't that famous being like, can we get more famous? And it being sort of like, no, I don't think so. And like just release the song. And it is part of this trend that Justin is always complaining about, which is like, we're teasing 30 seconds of this song on TikTok forever until we release it, right? Like that's what Troye Sivan did with Rush. Like,
right. Yeah.
And now here we are again, and it's like not even a real song, it's a parody song.
It's a parody. Yeah. To be clear, it is a banger. Like I think both you and I have talked about how we like it, but I agree, it's great. Too much. Yeah, this is too much. I also, as someone who has TikTok brained maybe too hard, I've seen like hot people do like the same thing over and over again if like that thing made them famous. So I can see maybe where he's coming from this, but like every time I see like someone hot doing that, I'm like, oh, okay, like you found one thing that works and now you're like super excited. And then I like judge them for being so excited about like getting famous on TikTok for like one video. So giving the same vibe here, unfortunately.
It is feeling like that. And it's like he's teasing like a bigger album overall. And I'm like, don't waste all the goodwill. You know, if you want to do like more parody stuff later, like you need to be surprising us and not having me be like, not your stupid face in this black vest that you're always wearing in these videos again. Like,
wait, he's like trying to release new other music along with this?
Apparently there's going to be a larger comedy album that comes out in the fall, which will feature parodies of bossa nova, pop punk, and country songs. But not more Eurodance, which I do have to say that I feel like part of the reason it's going so viral is actually that everyone is starved for Eurodance beats. Like, what else is the song of the summer? Like, I'm Good, (Blue), which is BB Rexha remixing a Eurodance song. Right. So good. And we're like, so good.
Yeah.
Like also, literally so good.
not that Russia's Eurodance, but there's something about it that's like a little Berlin-y vibe. Like, have you seen all the memes that are like, oh, this is just a club in Berlin, like when they're in the bathroom or something?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's like what people are looking for. We're not really looking for your parody of bossa nova. And you know what? I'll be honest. I'm not totally sure what that music genre is.
Yeah.
brave of me to announce.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is just giving a lot of flop. I'm sad though, because I saw it when you texted it to me. I was like, oh, this is really funny. I'm excited to talk about this. But it sounds like he's doing a bad job with a good thing, which is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There's much to be celebrated in that the clip is very funny. And there was a period of like 3 days where I was considering dressing up as him and the girl for my Halloween costume and make Ben put the vest on, you know?
Wow, you were really in love with it.
It was so fun. And then it was like, baby, what are we doing here? Maybe the full song will redeem itself, but
maybe, yeah. I hope they didn't tease like the best part, because the lines are like danger and dance,
danger
life.
And clapping the hands.
So, yeah, clap for life. Women are my favorite guy. Like, it's just so exactly what those songs are. Like, they hit it on the head.
Should we just do a dramatic reading of the lyrics?
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All of the dream.
Come on.
How does it mean?
Let's go, everybody, go.
When the rhythm is glad.
Come on.
There is nothing to be sad.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Danger and dance.
Come on.
Clapping the hands.
Electric.
When we out in the space on the planet of the bass. And then DJ Crazy Times comes in and he goes, life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy. Sex, I'm wanting more. Tell the world, stop the war. Boom, hear the bass go zoom. Have a body, feel the groove. Cyber system overload. Everybody movement.
It's fucking genius.
It's really good.
So hard.
It's so good. Everybody movement. I mean, sex, I'm wanting more. Tell the world, stop the war. Like, they're just their finger is on the pulse. Their finger is on the pulse. And we can't wait for them to just release a full version on Spotify so we can throw ass in the club, right?
Yeah. It sounds like August 15th will have it. So sad I won't have it for Vegas.
I know. But the thing about August 15th is like, it should come out like today. It should have come out like this weekend. Like,
yeah.
The clip went viral on July 28th and they're like, we already pushed it up a week from August 22nd. And I'm like, what's stopping you from pushing it up 2 weeks? You know, like, you're no one. Like, you can just do whatever you want. Like, is the label upset about pushing it up? Like, the label needs to wake up to what virality is. Like, this isn't a real song. Like, it's a parody song. So you need to just jump on it.
As people who edit this podcast as a part-time job on top of their full-time jobs, and it takes like 1 week to turn around, it's surely possible. If we can do it with this podcast, you can do it with this parody.
You can definitely do it with this parody. So that's just them overstaying the welcome. You know, I think that maybe he should scrap the idea of the entire album just parodying different genres and just stick to parodying Eurodance. I think that 12 tracks of nothing will go so viral. I really do. Future Cassandra here one more time. I just have to jump in and let you all know that as of today, Wednesday, August 9th, the Philadelphia Inquirer has entered the chat about this Eurodance parody with the headline, "The original Biljana Electronica, she's actually a musical theater kid from Montgomery County." Just undefeated at inserting themselves into any national news story. So that's incredible. And that's the lowdown on the original Miss Biljana Electronica, who's just an influencer who's 23 from the Philadelphia area. Next up, we are talking about the Alabama boat brawl. This is, yeah. We just want to say up top, we're talking about this because it's going like super like viral, everywhere viral. We want to just up top, we're very sensitive to the subject matter and we're not going to be talking about like the real violence of this. Just going to give a brief overview. There have been like multiple videos going viral on Twitter and TikTok of this like fight essentially happening on a dock in Montgomery, Alabama, where a Black dock worker for the city of Montgomery like walked down to try to get a bunch of white people on a pontoon boat to move. So he like untied their boat because there was a city riverboat that needed to park, and they were like in the parking spot, right? So this guy is like absolutely doing his job. These white people on the boat are like all like shirtless, sunburned, in flip-flops, definitely so drunk, and they start attacking the dock worker. Like, I don't want to get into details, but it is what you think it sounds like. And then like maybe 15 seconds of this goes by, and then in the video suddenly there are a bunch of other Black people who are like around the dock who come in and they intervene and they stop the attack essentially. But there is like a lot of fighting that happens, including like a guy like wielding like a white chair, and he's like fending people off with a white chair. And then there's like another guy, like a younger kid, who jumps into the water from across the way and swims all the way across and like jumps up onto the dock to try to intervene as well. It's basically like a minute, but more and more footage keeps coming out, and it's like just taking over the internet. A lot of people got arrested at the end of it from both parties. We don't really know the details of that right now, but just like a fun clip to go viral because like there are no guns, like nobody got seriously hurt, just like punching, like it's okay. And the like right people won out in the end, like the aggressors were stopped, and like that is why it is like a positive thing that we can talk about. But it's just been amazing to see like this video just go everywhere. And to be clear, the flopping happening here is the white people who attacked the dock worker, just like big,
for sure, like
flop from them.
For sure.
Like, what the hell are you doing? But it's just like, it's so just the internet works so quickly. This happened yesterday. It's Monday. There has been like a full-blown reenactment video like shot next to a swimming pool where like they have the cast is all racially accurate. Like, if I guess a multiracial friend group was like, okay, here we go. We're gonna recreate this whole thing. It's like going viral everywhere. And David, I don't know what you've been seeing about it, like how it came up on your feed initially.
Well, I was gonna say with the strike for the actors and the writers, they're like, we gotta get something to do. We gotta have an outlet. Let's recreate, this whole thing. Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah, no, that's yes, I'm sure that's part of it.
I will say the video is, as Cassandra mentioned, exactly what you think it is, but no one gets seriously hurt, which is good. And I will say, at least I think the first one that went viral, there's like a woman in the back just kind of yelling like, get him, and like just like egging on like the Black person, obviously, because the white people are in the wrong very obviously in this video. And I think Cassandra, you mentioned this earlier, like there's like a young guy, I think, who swims over to ostensibly try and like even the numbers, because at first it's a little sad. It's like one Black guy versus all these white people, and you're like, that's really bad. But then you see all these like other people coming to his rescue, and you're kind of like a little heartwarmed by it. But I read an article that was detailing like or profiling the guy who swam over, and like he is so brave, like he has a really promising future ahead of him, like we're so proud of him, like he's a summer in between junior and senior year, he's got a really bright academic future ahead of him. And it's just like, why do I now know that he's going into senior year of high school?
That information. No, you know what's amazing about that? I also read an article about this kid, and it was like quoting someone who was identified as his publicist, and I'm like, the way that we are like moving through time, that kid already has a publicist. I'm like, good for you, you did heroic stuff, but like a publicist, like not only did this happen like yesterday, but you're not even 18. Like
it's really giving like I feel like I've read a few like dystopian novels over the pandemic, and it just feels like set up shop, like a virality shop, like a pop-up shop, like we gotta get a publicist, we gotta get a CEO, like we got a COO, like let's capitalize everything we can on
all of this.
Yeah,
no, and it really is doing that in a crazy way. I will say, just from like a very like 1,000-foot perspective, like this kind of thing is the kind of thing that I really think is going to go like everywhere with the media. Like, I follow a lot of stand-up comics like on social media, like from the Philly area, and like truly all of them are posting about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really penetrating for like all of the different types of audiences, like where they're trying to get their joke in about it, if that makes sense, where like I'm really seeing everyone, because there's just like, I hate to say this, but because it's violent, I feel like it really gets a lot of attention. Like, and it's not like the stakes are like, okay, everyone's fine as far as we know. So it's like everyone can engage with it, but it also has the thing that America loves, which is like violence. So it's everywhere. Like it's everywhere. Like if you type boat brawl into Twitter, you're going to see at the time that you're listening to it, 1,000 million more hits. But I have already seen, like I said, full blown reenactment video, people selling earrings of the chair that the guy is wielding in the video. So it's like they're dangly earrings of a white chair. Okay.
I hope.
And then
wait, is she black?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Sorry.
Okay,
and to be fair, like so much of the content about this that I'm seeing it's from black creators, which is why it's like great. I feel like totally like we're all talking about it, but like it's all the black community that is like having fun with this video in a way that is okay, great. Like
I want those earrings. I want to get pierced ears to have the dangly. It's working.
The dangly chair.
She's capitalizing on it. I want to support a CEO.
Seriously. And then there's another woman who has a parody of the Black National Anthem, "Lift Every Voice and Sing," but it's "Lift Every Chair and Sing," which I also thought was funny. She does a really beautiful job with that. And of course we will link all of this in the show notes. And then I also saw a really funny comedy sketch that was like in movies and TV shows where you see like guys like they're looking at guns in a trunk. Like vaguely, they're like it's like illegal sales of guns in a trunk. Okay, so sketch the sketch is instead they're looking at chairs in a trunk. It's like a minute long and it's like perfectly acted, and I'm just like, how did you do this in 2 days? Like, and the POV is like the camera is like inside the trunk. I'm like, literally every part of this is like genius.
The production is so good. Yeah,
it's so good.
The turnaround.
It's so crazy. And like, just like the coverage of it, like there's a full blown Daily Mail article about it, which is like when you know that it's like hit peak media coverage.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the Daily Mail has weighed in, although they're off on their headline. They call it just a boat fight and they don't know about how it's the boat brawl. But it's just like, it's crossing over into like every space in a way that is truly amazing.
All that to say, white people, we've been knew that y'all are flopping. Cassandra, I'm not talking at you. It's the proverbial white person in the room.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And Black people staying resilient, capitalizing on their trauma and making fun out of it. It makes me feel good that they're, doing that. If you're looking for new earrings and you want some chair earrings, go to the show notes. Yeah, go to the show notes, support a Black CEO. But yeah, so that's, I really think that this is gonna be everywhere all week long, and we like to keep you informed on this podcast, so that is the context for this. If you want to watch the video, and I totally understand if you don't, you can just really type in boat brawl. You will find it anywhere. It will also be linked in the show notes if you want it, but like it's gonna be everywhere. And that is what we have to say about that. Next up, Rat Girl Summer. When you hear this phrase, like, what would you think that even means? Like mousy, like unkempt hair, like staying at home and like scurrying and eating snacks, maybe, or like being dirty, like.
Yeah, like just like I don't want to ever be a rat. Like you're describing all of those things and I'm not like aspirational, babe. And like
famously, everybody wants to be a cat, but nobody wants to be a rat.
Is that like a phrase? Because it should be if it's not.
I think it's from the musical Cats. Everybody wants to be a cat.
But nobody wants to be a rat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Everybody wants to be a cat. Implied nobody wants to be a rat. True.
Okay, so live correction. It is not from the movie Cats, but there is a song called "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat," and it's a sing-along song for kids.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Okay, great. Well, everybody wants to be a cat. Nobody wants to be a rat, except for now. Apparently, people do want to be a rat. Rat Girl Summer. It's a trend on TikTok because, of course, it is. And the Washington Post describes it as a trend in which women, quote, scurry around the streets at all hours of the day and night, snack to your heart's delight, and go to places you have no business going to.
Heinous.
Like what? I just like, I don't even really know where to start. It's like, I don't get it. How is leaving your house and eating when you're hungry rat behavior? I'm just not following. Like, this is just what you do. You live in a city and you leave your house in the day and in the night, and you eat when you're hungry, and you, I don't know, go to places you have no business going to. Yeah, you snuck in somewhere. It's not what I associate with rats. And it's like, you look more into the description and it's just like, it's trying to go for this like give no fucks mentality, like it's comparing to the pizza rat at the subway. And it's like, it's one thing if this is just like a stupid thing on Twitter, like whatever. I'm going goblin mode. That was like another one that was like, I don't really want to be a goblin, but at least that one made sense. It was like, I'm going goblin mode, which is like, I'm literally gonna like live in my bed and like, you know, be gross. Like, I get that. That makes sense to me. Rat girl summer. I'm getting all the girl things. Rat girl, whatever.
It's tough to be a girl. There's girl dinners. There's rat girl summer.
All those things. The rat girl. I'm stumbling over my words. Rat girl summer.
People love a metaphor. People love to be like, oh, it's hot girl summer, or like just like an anthem, a rallying cry, or like something that they identify with. I feel like, and I feel like rat girl summer is giving that. There's a lot of people in my brain right now that I can see being like drunk and like at a party, like in the corner stacking, like, I'm a rat girl, ha ha ha. And it's like, oh wow, like validate me for like liking to eat small snacks. And it's like, or is that just like a little bit of an eating disorder, babe? Like, I don't know.
Like, because you need to be validated for that. It's like one of actually the most normal things I can think of in the world is to be at a party eating snacks. Like parties have snacks. They have two things: snacks and drinks. And dancing. Three things. Those are the three things that happen. If you're doing any of those things at a party, you're actually doing normal girl summer. And that's okay. You can just be a normal girl, but instead there's going to be a literal real party that happens in Brooklyn to celebrate all rat girls, and you can like buy a ticket and attend and be like,
that's really cursed.
We're all rat girls.
God. Is it going to be like rat tails, like you know, like the hair trend where they like you shave everything but leave it? Like if it's in Brooklyn, I feel like some people might have like that.
if they all have to have rat tails. No, and honestly, David, if they were doing that, I would respect it more. But it's like it's actually like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're committing to the bit if you have a rat tail. Then you really are doing rat girl summer. But none of these people are doing that. All of these people are just like, I'm just wearing my cute little skirt and I'm eating a snack and I'm like, I snuck into this party. I'm a rat girl. Like, no, you're not. You're like actually, and I think that they hate to admit this, but they are just doing hot girl summer. But I read in this article that the word hot was triggering to people because it made them think about their physical appearance. It's like
People really are in hell.
People really are in hell. It's like the opposite of hot isn't rat, you know? Like, sorry. The negation
Not you sexualizing
of the body.
rat.
What I'm trying to say is the negation
Some rats
of
are
rat.
sexy, okay? Stuart Little.
Right.
Remy.
Some rats aren't. No, but this is a good point. Some rats are sexy. The negation of the body is not rat girl summer. You're still taking a form, you know? It's like, do neutral girl summer. Just do girl summer. Like, the word rat is politicized. It has a body standard.
Standard?
I don't know. Stuart Little was snatched.
I do foresee like a cursed world for Halloween where people are like, the husband is like a mousetrap or like a box of crackers or something, and the girl is the rat, and like, oh, like rat girl summer fell into my trap.
I'm hoping that this, like most of the TikTok trends, will just die down, but it's just
unfortunately there's a part
enough.
of me that I think resonates and gets it. Like, I understand the vibe of it, but to me the like floppy part is like, and listeners, take this with a grain of salt, I just came back from a very gay weekend in Yuba River, close to like Sacramento. It was a gay river day where it was like nude, like no one was wearing clothes. I was telling my friends it's very like Adam and no Eve. Like, it felt very like we were in Eden, and like it was like all these gay men, and like everyone was nude and no one cared, and like, yeah, there was like sexy things going on, but it was really just like, hey, like, we're all people. We're actually kind of all animals also in a way, because we're like convening with nature. And part of, to me, like rat girl summer is like, oh, like I feel like I'm like a rat, like, oh, like I have these animal behaviors that I can't control, like, oh, I want a little snack, nom 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 nom. And it's like, oh, like I have like sexual desires, like, oh, no, like I'm a rat, I'm dirty. And it's like, actually, like we are animals and you have those desires, and like you're just so far removed from like what God fucking intended before Eve fucking ate the apple, that we were all supposed to just be naked and nude.
Okay, so just to be clear here, you're mad at Eve. Like what you want to say right now is that you hate Eve.
Yeah, I'm blaming Eve for rat girl. She was the original rat girl summer. If you think about it, she fucking trusted the snake and took a bite of the apple, like rats do.
Rats don't. Hey, let me say this: rats do not trust snakes. They know that that's the enemy. Okay, do not come for my girl Eve.
Okay, I'm hearing that you really want to fuck a rat. You think they're sexy?
Is that what I'm saying? Here's what I'm trying to get at is like the body is always there. If you put a word in front of girl, you know, you put girl there, the body is always there. Your body neutrality is not going to be saved by you adding the word rat in. You know, you're not going to reach body neutrality with the word rat.
What's like to maybe further like push my point a little bit, it's kind of like you think you're really unique. And like, I think people are bonding over it because it's going viral. Right? Like people are like, oh, like, yeah, I have those tendencies. And it's like, we actually are all just animals. And like you snacking.
No, it's true.
Like, going like to here and like just being like going along with the thrum of a city. Not so unique. Yeah. But
not so unique. And I think my point is that you're actually just doing human girl summer. Humans are animals. Like you're just like you're in with the rhythm of the city as humans are known to do since whenever we invented cities, like 0 BC or whatever.
I will also say, after going to the gay Yuba River weekend and just like laying on a rock like naked for like 30 minutes, I was like, wow, my brain is operating at the speed that I don't believe in God, but for this bit that God intended it to move at, which was a slow pace. And for me to just like be there naked on a rock, like it was wonderful. So
being naked on a rock is like many animals, you know, and which brings me back to you're the animal human, you know, like, and by the way, rats don't like to sit in the sun. I don't think they're very like in the sewer. You know, if you lived in the sewer, if you were besties with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then you would be having a rat girl summer. Just consider that.
Your issue is like, choose a different animal, babe, or just be the animal that you are,
or just be the animal that you are. Girls are disgusting, and I know that. You could be just having girl summer. It could be the grossest summer of your life.
Oh no.
I don't mean that in a bad way. Like girls can be anything. Girls can be anything. But my point is just like enough. My thesis is enough with these like blah blah girl trends. Like I'm the girl dinner over, like rat girl summer over. I'll retract and say girl dinner is not over. That one's gonna stay. But like,
what do we think is gonna be the next girl summer? There's hot girl summer. There's
rat girl summer. Like what's in the middle? Neutral girl summer.
I don't know.
Hot rat. Like what are the other words? You know, potato chip girl summer. That's where you like to eat potato chips. I'm literally looking around my desk. Book girl summer. I could see that happening.
Future Justin here. It's actually tomato girl. If you know, you know.
Like it's just I need them to it's like, oh, we reclaim the word girl or whatever. It's like, I don't know, can't we just do like something with boy for a while? Like it just gives me like the girls need a club. Like it seems like the girls like need a bowling league to join or something. Like they all want to be together, but it's like under like for some reason our only gathering mechanism is TikTok. Like that feels so backwards. It's like we're all finding each other online and then we're going to place, and it's like, why don't you just stay at place and then like continue the connection at your party? My point is that these TikTok trends are increasingly making less and less sense.
I honestly hope it dies quickly, just like as swiftly as it came in. Like, I mean, I guess girl dinner has stayed for quite a bit, but I feel like that's finally on its way out.
Yeah, I think it is. I will say this about girl dinner, which I feel like rat girl summer is trying to get at girl dinner. It's like snacking to your heart's delight. Like that's what a girl dinner is. And they're actually just in conversation. Absolutely. And we don't need, we don't need a new way to describe that. We already established that actually just girl is doing that.
Totally. They are totally in conversation. Rat girl summer is in conversation with girl dinner. You're so right. Rat girl summer is an extension of girl dinner. Like every night of girl dinner turns into Rat Girl Summer. It's like rectangle is not a square, but vice versa.
Right. It's situation. I think we might get forcibly committed for this. I think some people we know are going to be like, you two are not well. The number of times that you said rat, girl, and dinner in this segment is not okay.
I love it.
Anyway, even though this didn't sound real, it's absolutely real if you Google Rat Girl Summer, and it's flopping. So there you go. We saved best for last on the hot flopics this week, which is you want to say it?
Yeah, absolutely. A video of a Boston Police Department officer flying down a huge playground slide near Boston City Plaza face down, feet first, at high speeds has gone viral. There's no explanation as to why the police officer cop slide. There's no explanation as to why the police officer went down the slide, who was filming him, or why he was face down, ass up, feet first. But the Boston Police Department has given a statement assuring us that the officer used his own health insurance to treat his minor injuries and is back on duty, ready to slide another day. It's such a weird video, such a funny video, so many good memes coming out of it. And just like
incredible, just a huge week for me.
The violence with which he like shakes out at the bottom, tumbles through, like, was it a game of truth and dare? Like he was like just with a bunch of teens and trying to impress them. Like, who's to say?
What's the situation? Yeah. So, okay, I'll say it again just so in case you're like, what are they talking about? Cop slide. We're talking about the cop slide.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that in this way because I was seeing the phrase cop slide for days before I tried to get to the bottom of what was going on, which is this video that David just described, which doesn't have an explanation. You see the video and you're hoping, okay, I think it will make sense, like why there was a cop on a slide, but there was no explanation for it. You don't know. He flies down the slide and you do not know why. The Boston Police Department is not telling us. They're not weighing in about what's going on. I will say, so we have like a couple links here for you. First of all, you will be able to see the video if you click on any of our links in the show notes. Again, he is just flying down the slide.
Speed of light,
feet first, just like tumbles and hits the ground of the playground like a toy. Like it just, it's like a cartoon. Like humans are not meant to move in that manner. And apparently he's totally fine. This defector investigation of like sort of what is going on theorizes that apparently the people filming were other cops.
It was like on their cop cam, like on their vests.
Like, I don't even know if it was like on their vests or whatever. Like I'm getting from that it's like a dare. Like he got dared to slide down the slide, which by the way, it's as we said, it's in Boston City Plaza. It's really tall. It's a really tall slide, which is an important part of this. Like that is how he gained the momentum. And you can watch, there's some other videos of people going down and where they're going down at a more normal speed, but you can tell that they're like, their knees are up in a way to make them go slower. So like, I see how you can gain the velocity, but some velocity.
This seems like it could be a ploy to get people to visit Boston now. Like Boston City Tourism Bureau was like, hey, it'd be really great.
It's like, who do people not like? Cops. Yeah. Okay, so we'll send a cop down the slide, flying down the slide. Okay, and it will not. You will have no idea how he even got to that speed. You have to go to the slide yourself.
Also, and figure out face down and feet first, and also interviewing scientists who say normal people don't go down the slide that fast.
Right. It's like an incredible way in. This is not a normal speed for a person to go down a slide. And it's like, oh, really? I mean, okay, I think this is a good opportunity to just, in your opinion, what is the like alpha? What is the first way that you want to go down a slide?
The
way number one
to go
down
a slide. What is like, the alpha masculine way to go down a slide?
Not masculine, just like number one, on your butt, right?
Yeah, on your butt.
Feet are first.
Feet first, yeah. Maybe like with like your back on there or something. If it's like a water slide or something. Second way, face first. So you're like zooming through and like you fly into the water. Ultimately, I would never do that on like wood chips. That's crazy.
That's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. And then the way that he went down, which is face down, feet last, but maybe he got flipped over.
Maybe he got flipped over. I guess that's possible. Half of the slide is like a tube and then the bottom is open. So that's another key part of this. It's possible he got turned over, but that would mean that he like probably like circled, like he probably went up on the tube. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that would be
Centrifugal motion.
Centrifugal motion. Yeah.
It's the way you
Cop slide.
Yeah. We really can't recommend enough to go watch this video.
To just go watch the video. It is like, it's unreal. But as this article says, the video description did not prepare me for how violently this police officer would come down the slide. Okay. It just like, there's no way to prepare you for like really how fast it is. But the slide is really long, as we said. It's on this like new playground. So to David's point that this could be a marketing ploy, the next day after this video went viral, there was then an hour-long line wait to go on the slide in Boston. So people are flooding and they are interested and they do want to see what's going on. And, you know, the mayor of Boston weighed in. She said, hey, maybe we need some more signs that make it more clear that adults should not go on this slide.
But safe for kids.
Safe for kids. Well, that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, it really is designed in a way where it's like, if you weigh more, you will gain more velocity. And I get that like all slides are like that, but it really is long. Like, it's really like, damn, that's crazy that they were like, let's put this here in a normal playground. So I guess Boston, you crazy for that.
Have they not interviewed the guy at all? Like we haven't seen any interviews.
No, he's not responding. And also he's like upset that the video is out there. So like it got tweeted out by like, I think probably someone he knows. And then he was like, oh shit, this is going so viral. Please delete it. But then by the time that happened, Live Boston had already tweeted it and they're like not going to take it down for him. So it's just like out there. So I think he doesn't want to talk about it. And I also think like you can't really tell who he even is. Like I'm not sure that I don't think he's been identified, which is fine. In the article, which by the way refers to him as Officer Slidey McPhail, it's like I'm not trying to dunk on him more than he already is probably dunked on from like being in this video and whacking his head and then having to be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, because it's filmed, I think you're right. Like I do think it probably was a dare, because like why would someone be filming if it wasn't?
Why would somebody be like
crazy?
So prepared. Yeah.
So prepared. It had to have been like do something kind of stupid. And like, I don't know, maybe he like ran and dove in, but then like chickened out last minute.
That's what I think. I think he somehow gained the speed. Like he figured out a way to swing in. Maybe he does lat pull downs, you know, and he was like hanging from the top of the slide and he swang his body in and just like went really fast.
I wonder if it was his first time doing it, or if he was like, "Hey guys, you want to see?" Like we're like, he's like a new officer trying to impress people. Like, hey, I've done this a bunch of times. like a little like
I come here. I come here with my son, and that idiot goes slow, but baby, I go fast.
On
this top slide. Like that, and that's what I'm waiting for. Like for me, the other shoe to drop in this situation is like an expose about like the cop racing slide behind the scenes of the Boston Police Department, where it's like we go at night and the person who goes the fastest like gets the best shifts. And like,
not that I support cops, but I think it would be so great if, you know, they got like the baseball speed limit timer and like their summer like thing was like, how fast can you go? Like let's do it, like let's time it, like let's go. Like obviously that would be dangerous, don't do it, but
literally yes, because like I look at this video and I'm like, is he going like 15 miles an hour? Like I would want to know. I do want the baseball speed timer there. So it's just an incredible moment, a true flop for this man who's unnamed and had to.
I also love all the articles that are like, how could he go so fast? Like, and like them literally interviewing physicists, like college professor physicists. I was like, well, like friction famously reduces like speed, so maybe he was wearing like polyester or something synthetic.
Yeah, like the really synthetic fibers. Yes, the synthetic fibers theory is so huge.
And then the article then ends like, we'd recommend like nylon or cotton or something that has more friction when you're going down a slide. And it's like, am I ever thinking about if my outfit is like friction enough, like frictioned up?
It's gonna make me go too fast on the slide.
Like, oh, my outfit's too aerodynamic for sliding, and therefore
like,
I can't.
Do not wear your synthetic bodysuit to the Boston cop slide, okay? Right. And that's official advice from us.
Don't lube up your body and like go down slide fast.
Like that's just a couple words of
Ooh.
wisdom. It is also just like the floppy attention economy, right? Like how many
Totally.
articles can one 20-second video spur about a cop slide? I mean, this one that I'm reading literally has the word investigated in it. We're in such a space, you know? Okay, and that
was all on Hot Flopics.
All of our hot flopics for the week. And finally, we are on to our local flops for the week. I am going to go first about landlords' interest, knowledge, tenants' rights, and such. So my local flop for the week is that like last week, one of my friends was texting a group chat we're all local to Philadelphia, and was like, hey, did you guys know that Pennsylvania landlords are supposed to pay you interest if you live on their property for 2 years or more? And we were all like, no, I've never heard of that in my fucking life. Yeah. Okay. So David is on mic as someone who lived in Philadelphia for 4 years well, I guess were you always on campus? So that's like diff.
Yeah, but
you knew
people interest.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, that's a really good question. They're probably like 501c3 exempt or whatever, but you did know people who lived in rental apartments, including me. And let me be clear, the flop here is like just nobody knows. It is like a completely unknown fact. The way that it works is that if you live in a place for more than 2 years, and your security deposit is worth more than $100, your landlord is supposed to put that security deposit into an interest accruing account. And then after 1 year of it accruing interest, they owe you that interest and minus 1%. So if it's accruing 4% interest, they owe you 3% interest on whatever that is, and they owe it to you every year, and they're supposed to pay that to you. It is not a huge amount. It's probably not a huge amount of money. I did the Philadelphia Inquirer article that I found about it is from 2020, and they were like, interest rates are so fucking low, and they always have been, so it's like doesn't even matter, which is not true anymore, right? Like now we all have like 4% on our high yield savings account. So like it would actually be like, you know, a slightly impactful. You get a couple $100 every year from your landlord. That's like pretty good. Also, I feel like the incentive for your landlord is there, right? Like if your tenant has money, that money's actually just going to come back to you. Like if my landlord gives me $200, that's actually my landlord's $200. But then I, for some reason, feel like my landlord is cool. And then I'm like maybe more inclined to pay my rent on time. But my point is like the way that this is a secret, the way that like no one knows, the way that I like, if I did even try to say this to my landlord, the way that he would be like, I'm not doing that. And then it would be like, yeah, well, how would I even make you do that? Like,
I was going to say, yeah, like, can you report it? Like what happens if a landlord isn't doing it? Because I'm presuming most
don't. Definitely not. No, definitely are not doing it. And like
where are they supposed to put it? Like it's supposed to accrue interest in what? Like a CD, like in a savings account, like
just like a high yield savings. You could put it in a high yield savings account. Those are free.
No, I know, but I'm saying like where is the landlord supposed to put it? Like the like there should be a standard, right? Like you can put it in a CD, you can put it in a savings account, where it doesn't accrue interest. Like
And this is where the law falls short, right? And the article says this. It's like you couldn't, even if they do put it into an interest accruing account, they could pick one that has like 0.05%, and you would have no power to make them shop for the best one for you, which is why there should be a standard. There should be like landlord interest accruing account. But like who would have the incentive to like run those accounts?
Right.
You know, because it's like just the security deposit amount. And it's just one of those things that's like floppy for everyone. You know, they're not, the landlords are not doing it. Like there's no mechanism to make them do it, but the law does exist. So then you feel a little bit, and I hate to use this word, but like you feel a little cucked knowing. You're like, I know about it, but I have no power to get it done for me. And then like our friend who's texting us is like, how come you guys don't know about this? Nobody knows about this? And I'm like, the child of lawyers, like, I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know about it.
That's so, I mean, like some security deposits are like $3,000 or like $5,000.
Right.
With like 3 or 4 roommates. So like it could be like not an insignificant
a significant amount of money. And also like in Pennsylvania, you're allowed to ask for, and this is like truly hellish. Sorry to everyone who doesn't know this. You're allowed to ask for first month's rent, last month's rent, and security deposit all at the same time. So when you move into a place, you can be out like $5,000 in a way that's like crazy. And so it would be nice to like get a little interest somehow on that like insane amount of money that you forked away. And a lot of places that you don't have to put that much up. It like really sucks. So I don't know. We're just like in a bad spot. The renters are always in a bad spot.
I wonder if it's like they tried to pass this law to like encourage Philadelphia landlords to charge less on the security deposit, like as like, oh, like yeah, like you shouldn't be charging that much because that's like a lot of money. Like not everyone has that.
That's
Famously,
like,
a lot of people
like it's like too much money.
Yeah,
I don't know, because the amount is only $100. Like I can't picture a situation. The security deposit usually just the same amount as the rent, which is also like, is that crazy? I don't even know. I'm so used to like that being the situation. As
someone who like in COVID, all of the deals were like no security deposit or like $500 security deposit, and like fully fell for that because I was like, oh, cool, great, like amazing, like that must mean something. And when I moved out of my last place into my current place, they're like, your floors are dirty, and you put a hole in the wall that were like normal sized holes, and like, so we're gonna charge you $1,000 from it, and like based on the contract, like we can charge you for it, and if you don't, we'll take you to court. So it's like,
wait, did you fight that?
They were saying that they were gonna take me to court, so I didn't like for reals like go against
See,
it. I was like,
and this is the problem. It's like everyone is so down bad from the landlord just trying to take their security deposit away from them completely that it's like, we don't even have space to think about whatever this problem is. Like, you know how many landlords are like, oh my gosh, I saw one thing on the wall, you're not getting any of it back. And then you have to be like, no, you need to yell at the landlord to give it back to you because that's fucking illegal. That's illegal.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, tenants' rights. It's floppy that they're not more enforced, stronger, that we don't know more about them. Like, yeah. And I'm sorry if you told me that and I didn't push harder for you to fight, because we all got to be fighting.
Okay. I think I just freaked out and I was like, I don't know. Like, they sounded so serious. It also made me feel like a rat girl. It made me feel like, what am I so dirty that I cost $1,000?
No, and like,
clean this apartment up?
Sorry, like, I need to say something so important right now, which is like every time I visit David's apartment, I'm like, this place clean as hell. Like,
thank you.
David keeps a really, really clean apartment. And I love that about their apartment. And so this is on the landlord, and that's 20 minutes on tenant rights, baby.
Well, I hope you start accruing your interest.
I won't. It's not going to happen for me. But there's a lot of other factors at play there that I don't want to announce on pod. Okay. And David, I think it's time for your local flop.
Thank you so much. My local flop is not local to San Francisco nor Los Angeles, but going back to my roots in China. So many of you may have seen, this is a very internet pilled episode, but may have seen a human, or what people thought was a human dressed up as a bear in a zoo in Henan, China. And because it was like standing on its like hind legs and it looked kind of like gaunt. So you're like, oh, like it looks like a human in like a bear skin, maybe.
Kind of like skinny shaming the bear, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. And like you look at it and you're like, I could see that being like a human or two humans stacked up in there, and like, okay, like probably fake, but whatever. But because the internet also saw right before this accusation, I feel like a Japanese guy who paid $14,000 for a border collie suit so he could live his life as a border collie. Yes. People were like, in America at least, like, oh, this could be true. Like someone has done this, and like maybe border collie guy has friend in China that also does this, and they just talk to each other about like, oh, we want to be in public in these costumes. Not Yakini was young. I was just in San Francisco for like the big sex fair, Dory Alley, super great. Love that everyone lets their freak flag fly. Do it, but the flop is not that like someone did this. It's like internet was like, this is definitely human. Like, I can't believe this zoo in China is like doing this, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it was actually real. Like it was real bear, but the People's Republic of China, the PRC, did have basis for this claim because earlier in life, in like 2010s, like 2013 or so, they found like a golden retriever in this pen that's supposed to be for like African wild lion, which is kind of giving like, oh, these Chinese people have never seen white people before. Like, let's give them a golden retriever and call that like a lion or something. And I think even earlier than that, they put like a Tibetan Mastiff in there and like said like, oh, this is lion, rawr. But then people apparently went up to it and it started going woof, woof. And so people were like,
and they're
okay,
like, that's not the noise.
That's not the noise, honey. Like, I know they don't speak Chinese, but like we know they don't go woof. So
yeah.
So
it's tough. It's tough. So China has committed the crime of like sort of falsifying the zoo space before. They have said dogs are lions, but they have never had a person in a suit pretending to be an animal. That is exclusive to that Japanese guy who paid $14,000 for the suit. And this sun bear is real. And if you look up sun bears, it's the smallest bear. And that's why they think it's a human. It's just a tiny bear. And they're like skinny shaming the bear. They're like, it's too skinny to be a bear. And it's like, stop. Don't make me say the word skinny shame.
So also what's been really funny about this is the zoo wrote a statement from the POV of Angela, which is the name of the sun bear. Whack. But they go, quote, some people think I look too human when I stand up, unquote, she admitted. Per the New York Times translation, quote, it seems you really don't understand me. Previously, some visitors even thought I was too petite to be a bear. I want to emphasize again, I am not a dog, a Malayan sun bear.
Okay,
so it's just
she's
like,
confessing.
I think they're like, hey, you know, it'd be really funny if we wrote a like perspective from the sun bear, so people like bought into it more and got more clickbait.
You know what? Like DJ Kyle Gordon, they're capitalizing on virality. They want people to come see the sun bear. Okay. And I will say, I'm reading a USA Today article where a wildlife biologist and the founder of the Bornean Sun Bear Conservation Center in Malaysia is telling NBC News that Angela is, quote, for sure a sun bear. So we have a professional bear individual coming in saying the bear is real and that you are all skinny shaming the bear. Sun bears can be very human-like. They stand like humans and they walk like humans. So,
I am live watching the video right now, and I do understand why people thought it was human because it looks just so. I didn't know bears could stand like that. So upright.
Bears be small. Sun bears be small. It's crazy. It's really cute. And we'll leave you with you know, the video of the sun bear, and you'll have your little list of videos that you can watch in companion with this episode. You can watch the video of Angela the sun bear, or you can watch the bear. That bear is actually a human, and that's another confusing factor. Okay, the bear in the TV show, the bear is a man, and is that confusing you? And think about that. Okay. Okay, and that's everything that we have this week. You're literally, if you listen to this episode now, the most online person alive. Thank you so much for listening. So happy to have producer David on guest hosting with me. Thanks David and Cassandra. Flopping off.